Hello, future engineers. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're still new to my channel and you like what I'm doing, please don't forget to share my videos to your friends and to your friends' friends, to your younger brothers and sisters who would want to take up engineering in the future, and to your relatives. That's one way you can keep me going, inspired, and refreshed. Now, if you find my videos interesting and important to your studies, also please don't forget to subscribe. Hello, future engineers, subscribers, and viewers. Here is another video in calculus. I hope that you will enjoy watching. You can follow the explanations and solutions. Now, if you want to anticipate the solutions to these problems, you can by pausing the video. Also, these problems are taken from the book Love and Rainville, and these are the remaining parts of Love and Rainville. And other problems, other sources would be from other books. Evaluate the limits. So limit of quantity, we have one hand limits, right hand in particular, x to the fourth minus 4x cubed. We have six exercises, I think, in this video. So as I said, you can pause the video if you want to anticipate the solutions. So as x approaches 2 from the right, the denominator 2 square 4 minus 3 times 2 negative 2 plus 2. So the denominator approaches 0. The numerator 2 to the 4th, 16 minus 4 times 2 cubed, so minus 32, negative 16 plus 5 times 2 square, negative 16 plus 24, minus 4 times 2, 4 minus 8, negative 4 plus 4. So the numerator is also approaching 0. So that means we have to firstly factor the numerator as well as the denominator. There is x minus 2 as a factor definitely. The denominator can be easily factored into x minus 2 and x minus 1. The numerator, we have to apply synthetic division. So they are already arranged in descending order of the variables. So 1, negative 4, 5, negative 4, 4. Since the one root is definitely 2 or close to 2 from the right, so we bring down 1 here. 2 times 1 is 2. Add negative 2. 2 times negative 2, negative 4. Add positive 1. 2 times 1 is 2. Add negative 2. And 2 times negative 2 is negative 4. So thereby leaving this to 0. So that means 2 is really a root. This is, the meaning of this is x cubed minus 2x squared plus x minus 2. So when x approaches 2, let's find out if this approaches 0. So negative 2 cubed is 8, minus 2 times 2 square, minus 8, so 0, plus 1 times 2, so 2, minus 2, 0. So meaning if we write this in polynomial with degree 3, it is still approaching 0. So when x approaches 2 from the right. So we have another factor 2. That's x minus 2. Another root 2 here. The factor is x minus 2. Bring down 1. So 2 times 1 is 2. Add 0. 2 times 0 is 0. Add 1. 2 times 1, 2. And this is 0. So the meaning of this is x squared plus 0x plus 1. So x squared plus 1. We have x minus 2 as factor, and we have x minus 2 quantity squared, and the other factor will be x squared plus 1. The denominator, that's just x minus 2 and x minus 1. So therefore, we rewrite this as limit as x approaches 2 from the right of x minus 2 quantity square, then x squared plus 1 raised to 1/4 all over quantity x minus 2 times x minus 1 raised to 1/2. So x minus 2 square raised to 1/4 is x minus 2 to the 1/2 also. So we have limit as x approaches 2 from the right, x minus 2 to the 1/2 times x squared plus 1 to the 1/4 over x minus 2 to the 1/2, then times x minus 1 to the 1 half. So we can cancel x minus 2 to the 1 half. And when x approaches 2, the denominator does not approach 0 anymore, as well as the numerator. So it is now safe to substitute 2. So limit would now be 2 squared plus 1 quantity to the 1/4 over 2 minus 1 to the 1 half. 2 minus 1 is 1, and 1 to the 1 half is still 1. The numerator is 4 plus 1, 5. 5 to the 1/4 over 1 is 5 to the 1/4. So the limit is 5 to the 1/4. Letter B, we have limit as x approaches 1 from the right of quantity x squared plus 4x minus 5 to the 1 half over quantity x squared minus 4x plus 3 to the 1/3. So the denominator as x approaches 1 is 1 squared minus 4 times 1, negative 3 plus 3. So approaching 0, the denominator. The numerator is 1 plus 4 times 1, 5 minus 5. It's also approaching 0. So we write the numerator as x minus 1 times x plus 5, then quantity to the 1 half. So you have limit as x approaches 1 from the right of x minus 1 times x to the 1 half times x plus 5 to the 1 half over x minus 1 to the 1/3 times x minus 3 to the 1/3. So factors of the denominator is the 1/3. So these two are like terms, but they have different powers. So 1 half minus 1/3 is 1/6. So this is now equal to limit as x approaches 1 from the right of quantity x minus 1 to the 1/6 times x plus 5 to the 1 half all over x minus 3 to the 1/3. So as x approaches 1 from the right, cube root of a negative number is defined. So this no longer approaches 0. The numerator 1 plus 5, 6 to the 1 half, that's square root of 6. Then this one, as x approaches 1 from the right, this is almost 0 from the right to the 1/6. So almost 0 from the right to the 1/6 is almost 0, or 0 times something over something. The answer is 0. So the limit is 0. So this is approaching 0 from the right, raised to 1/6, so that's still 0 times square root of 6 divided by negative 2 to the 1/3, which is defined. So the final answer, the limit is 0. C, we have limit as x approaches 1/3, the numerator approaches 0, 3 times 1/3, 1 minus 1. The denominator 9 times 1/3 square is 1 minus 1. So both numerator and denominator approach 0. And definitely there is x minus 1/3 as factor, or 3x minus 1. So the numerator is 3x minus 1. The denominator is factored into 3x minus 1 times 3x plus 1. So we can cancel 3x minus 1 because these are equal terms but not exactly 0. So this leaves to 1 over limit 1 over 3 times 1/3 plus 1, because it is now safe to substitute x is 1/3 because 1 over 3x plus 1 is no longer a indeterminate form. So 3 times 1/3 is 1 plus 1 is 2. So therefore the limit is 1/2. C, the denominator can be written as cube root of x quantity cube minus 1 cube, so difference of 2 cubes, but it is written as x to the 1/3 quantity cube minus 1 to the cube. X to the 1/3 quantity cube is like cube root of x quantity cube. Factors are cube root of x minus 1. Then quantity square of cube root of x is cube root of x square. Then plus product, which is cube root of x times 1. So cube root of x plus the square of negative 1, which is 1. So D is because as x approaches 1, the denominator approaches 0 as well as the numerator. So we have to force factor this, the unusual way of factoring. cube root of x minus 1 over x minus 1. So again, we write this as cube root of x quantity cube minus 1 cube. So difference of two cubes. Recall factoring techniques in algebra on difference of two cubes. So we have limit as x approaches 1 of cube root of x minus 1 over quantity cube root of x minus 1 times cube root of x squared plus cube root of x, then plus 1. So that's the factor. So you review if you forget about factoring difference of two cubes in my engineers in progress. You have there factoring technique. So we can cancel cube root of x minus 1. Then it is now safe to substitute 1 because the denominator does not approach 0 anymore. So that would be 1 over cube root, quantity cube root of 1 square plus cube root of 1 plus 1. Cube root of 1 square is 1, cube root of 1 is 1 plus 1, so 3. Therefore, the limit is 1/3. Part E, so we factor the numerator. We multiply this by the conjugate of the numerator and divide by the same. So limit as x approaches 0, the numerator is 0 plus 2 square root of 2 minus square root of 2 approaching 0. The denominator approaches 0 also as x approaches 0. So we multiply and divide by the conjugate of the numerator, which is cube root of quantity x plus 2 plus square root of 2 over same square root of x plus 2 plus square root of 2. So this is now x plus 2 minus 2, the numerator, and the denominator is x times quantity square root of x plus 2 plus square root of 2. So 2 minus 2 is 0, leaving x only in the numerator. So x over x here is, we can cancel x also, because x approaches 0 but not equal to 0, leaving 1 over square root of x plus 2 plus square root of 2. And it is now safe to substitute x is 0. So that would now be limit as x approaches 0 of 1 over square root of x plus 2 plus square root of 2. So substitute x is 0. So we have 1 over square root of 0 plus 2 plus square root of 2. So 1 over square root of 2 plus square root of 2 is 1 over 2 square root of 2. Or multiply and divide by square root of 2 over square root of 2. So the final answer may also be expressed in square root of 2 over 4. Then finally, F, we have as x approaches 0, the numerator approaches 0, and sine of almost 0 is also 0. We have indeterminate form. So we write the numerator, factor out x as x times quantity 2x minus 3, and the common factor x in the numerator is brought down as the denominator of sine x. And take note that limit of sine x over x as x approaches 0 is 1. So we write f as limit of quantity 2x minus 3 over 2 times quantity sine x over x. So take note that the common factor here is x times 2x minus 3. That common factor x is brought down as the denominator of the denominator here. And we note that the limit of sine x over x is 1. And it is now safe to substitute x is 0 because this approaches 1. So 2 times 0 minus 3 over 2 quantity 1, and that is negative 3 over 2 or negative 3 halves. So that's it for this video.